Important vocabulary for IELTS for speaking and writing for 7 plus bands. Topics are books, reading, and movies. First of all, we will learn about the adjectives to describe a book. First one is educational. If you learn something from a book, you can say this book is quite educational. Next is enchanting, meaning is charming. You can talk about movies, that the storyline was really enchanting. Then engaging means the storyline or the content of a book or in movie, it kept you busy. You can say it was really engaging. Then entertaining, from which you can have fun. Then heart-wrenching, meaning something sad. Then insightful. From any book you learnt about new ideas. From a movie you got some new ideas, then you can use this adjective that it was really insightful. Then next one is hilarious. When something funny is there in a book or in a movie, you can say it is really hilarious. Then futuristic, when content is related to future, some hopes are given, then this word can be used, futuristic. Then exhilarating, meaning is making one feel happy. When you get happiness by reading or by watching a movie, then you can say the movie is really exhilarating. Then next is thought provoking. When the content of a book hit your thoughts, means your already set thought patterns get provoked. And next is provocative, meaning is something is provoked by the content of the book or the storyline of the movie, means something arousing. Then next is enlightening. When the content of the book brings enlightenment, or you can say bring awareness, at that time you can say this word enlightening. Then spine tingling. When you are reading some kind of horror book, then you can use this word spine tingling, means it is causing some kind of fear. Then poignant, meaning of this word is sad, something touching. When you read something touching, you can say this. Then next is captivating, meaning is attractive. And compelling, meaning is the content of the book really compelled you to change your thoughts. Next is comprehensible. When the book was easily understandable, at that time you can say comprehensible. Let's talk about the types of books. First type is comic books. As you all know that comic books are based on some comical characters. Next is fantasy, which are based on mythology, supernatural powers. Those books are called fantasy books. Next category is historical fiction. Books which are based on significant historical events. Then horror fiction, which are based on paranormal elements which create fear. Next is romantic books which focus on love stories. You can talk about science fiction, which are based on science themes but fantasy is there. Then biographies and autobiographies, which are the details and events of a person's life. Although autobiographies means the storyline is written by the person itself. And you can talk about cookbooks, that you prefer to read cookbooks which are penned by professional chefs. Next you can talk about poetry books, in which poems are there. Besides this, there are some motivational books which inspire us, which are for our self-help. Then you can talk about religious books which are based on religions. And lastly, there is the category of children's books. So there are some phrases related to the topics reading books. First one is bookworm. You can say to yourself or to any other person, like who reads a lot, that person is called bookworm. Then you can use this phrase as well, bedtime reading, meaning is doing reading before sleeping. You have this habit. Then e-reading, it's a word, it's not, we can't say it's a phrase. E-reading is reading from internet. You're not doing conventional reading, you are reading from internet. Then cover to cover, meaning is when you are reading a book from beginning to end at a stretch. For example, she loves reading a book cover to cover. Next phrase is curl up with the book, meaning is to make oneself comfortable with the book. Here is a sentence Between my husband and children, it is impossible to curl up with a book for me. Next, other important words are there. Encyclopedia, meaning is a book giving information on many subjects, that is called encyclopedia. And next is dictionary. You can talk about this while talking about books. Dictionary, as you all know, it lists word meaning. Then protagonist, meaning is a leading character in the story or in a movie, the person who is playing the leading role, that is called protagonist. So my dear friends, learn these all vocabulary words and phrases which are very useful while talking about the topics reading books and watching movies. I hope these words will help you greatly. Thank you so much for watching this video.